Killing, for the wolves, is as natural and inevitable as the passage of the sun across the sky. Mother has brought back meat in her stomach and now regurgitates it for their first taste of solid food. The purpose of regurgitation? It allows an animal to travel far, for the wolves as many as 15 to 20 miles in a single hunt, and bring back fresh food for the young. Nearly every part of the whitetail is used. Its skin and bones make entertaining and educational toys. By playing with all parts of the deer, the pups become familiar with the smell, taste, and feel of future prey. When the pups aren't eating, they're playing. If lucky, they may catch a mouse, but wolves are not born killers. Instead, they are born with certain behavior patterns, running, jumping, stalking, that allow them, through observation and experience, to learn to survive. One day, this young deer and this young wolf will be mortal enemies. But for the moment, both youngsters are still innocent and curious, unschooled in the roles of predator and prey. Because it is a predator, the pup is naturally more playful than the deer. Wolves must search for their elusive meals, so they never stop investigating and exploring. The fawn is also inquisitive, but in a more contained way. It doesn't know what to make of this furry and energetic creature. However, the fawn doesn't run. Its defense reactions are, for the most part, learned. By seeing adult deer run, the fawn too will know to run. Try as it may, the young wolf cannot interest its new acquaintance in a game of hide and seek. Someday, perhaps they will meet again. But now, no matter how far they roam, there is no place like home and mother. For the rest of the summer, the wild babies will run and play, venturing further and further from their homes and parents. They will discover the ways of the wilderness and master vital survival skills. And next winter, the young wolves and the young deer will be ready to take their ultimate places in nature's plan. Summer has been good for the wolf pups, and they too have grown strong. Perhaps by looking at the social structure of the wolf pack, we can find some insight into our behavior. Because 10,000 years ago, we were also group hunters. In fact, some anthropologists believe the social life of wolves to be identical to the life of early humans. There is a dominance order in which commands are given and tasks carried out. Different generations of the same family live together. Many individuals cooperate in the hunting of large prey, and for a prolonged period, the young are dependent on adults to teach them the laws of their society. They provide us with a good example of harmonious communal life. Even the howl may say something. Electroanalysis has shown it to be similar to the human voice. Often the wolves raise their voices in unison for no other apparent reason than sheer joy. The rally call is a spontaneous expression of good feeling. The howling and greeting ceremony now includes the pups. They have found their places in the pack's social order and act accordingly, with displays of dominance and submission. Bonds between all members of the pack are firm. These lifetime bonds are severed when a human kills a wolf. And if the leader is killed, a state of chaos and confusion results. It may take the rest of the pack several years to recover. To get solid food, the pups still beg. Now, at the end of summer, the adolescents have had many hours of make-believe hunting. The day of their first real hunt draws near. The fawn is curious about the strange growths on the buck's head. He's in velvet. Velvet is a kind of modified skin, a nourishing tissue that feeds and protects the growing antlers. When new, antlers are one of the fastest growing forms of animal tissue known. A young deer starts to grow them when he enters his second spring. He will shed them in winter. When growth has stopped for the year, the velvet dries and peels, revealing hard antlers. Right before mating season, the male's blood runs hot. Even the smaller spike buck feels the instinctual call and challenges an older buck to fight. But it's not for the championship. The spike buck won't enter the mating contest in earnest until next fall. The male and female whitetail group together for the autumn mating season. The bucks are in their prime, coats sleek, eyes clear, necks swollen, antlers polished and shining, and are very attracted to the female's heavy musk odor. Drawn together in an ancient instinctual embrace, the male and female complete the grand circle of life. In 6 to 7 months, the does will again give birth to their fawns. With the mating season over, each animal begins its preparation for the harshest test of all, winter. It is the time when the drama of predator and prey is made vivid. The hungry and the hunted both play out their roles on the stark, snow-swept stage. For all, food is scarce. For the deer, availability of food is the biggest factor determining herd size. The wolves adjust to the number of deer. The young, although not yet full grown, now look like adults. All have thick winter coats underlined with cold-proof wool. In deep snow, wolves have the advantage over deer. But because the deer have yarded, the snow is trampled down, and they find escape easier. One buck stays behind, strong and unafraid. This is probably one of the many confrontations the buck has had with wolves.